Hello guys, welcome back to Premium Quarterly Theory Lecture number 5. In this lecture, we are going to be talking about a true chain in the state of delivery, a Tcisd. So this, is obviously a chain in the state of delivery, is of course a concept founded by ICT. A lot of people know the classic chain in the state of delivery. However, I have added my own personal twist to it. I've never seen anyone speak about this before, and this is what I use to confirm SSMTs. It's going to save you from a lot of unnecessary losses and also allow you to get those better, more precise entries, okay? So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and jump straight into it, okay? So a Tcisd, for us to begin looking for one, we must see an SSMT, a sequential SMT, occur in price. And then once one has occurred, we're then looking for a closure above or below the very first candle that creates a SSMT, okay? So you see this candle here, it ran above the previous quarter's high. This is the only candle we care about, okay? Say for example, we printed more bullish candles to the upside after this one. We don't care about these ones up here, we only care about this one here, okay? So for a bullish SSMT, it must be a bearish candle that creates the SSMT. And for a bearish SSMT, it must be a bullish candle. So as you can see, we have a bearish SSMT. Remember, it must be a bullish candle that creates the SSMT that runs above that previous quarter high. We're then waiting for a closure below the very first candle, okay? So this candle, price closes below it here, and now this becomes valid as an order block. This true chain in the state of delivery is now valid. We're then looking for an entry when price taps back within that candle, okay? So even here within the value swing asset, it's still the exact same candle, okay? So this candle here is indeed this one here within the value swing asset. So we're now looking for this candle to get closed below. Actually, no, sorry, my bad. It's this one here. As you can see, we've already got that marked out because you can see the new quarter starts. Candle 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the fourth candle into the new quarter runs above the high. So for the value swing asset, is this candle here. So again, like I said, we don't care about this one, only this one, okay? Not this one here either, just this one. Price then closes below it on the value swing asset before then revisiting it once again, tagging into it. This is where you take your entry. Stop loss on the SSMT high. Entry as soon as price trades within the true chain of the state of delivery, okay? So now that you guys know exactly what one is, I'm sure there's one question that you're all wondering, okay? And that is, if the candle that created a bearish SSMT closes bearish, so remember, we must use the bullish candle, but however, if it closes bearish, in this case, we use the most recent up close candle before the SSMT. And then if the candle that created a bullish SSMT closes bullish, we then want to use the most recent down close candle before the SSMT, okay? So as you can see, SSMT was formed here, bearish. So remember, we need a bullish candle to form it. However, if it does form as a bearish candle, as you can see, we ran above previous quarter's high, closing bearish, and then in this case, this bullish candle here is our most recent up close candle before the SSMT occurred, okay? So this candle created it, this is the most recent up close. Let's say, for example, this one here was also down close, this one here will be our most recent up close candle, okay? But in this case, it's this one right here. So the SSMT has occurred, the true chain of the state of delivery gets validated when price closes below it. As you can see, closure below right there, and price wicks slightly back into it, stop on the high, entry at the order block, targeting, opposing liquidity or a set or our target. Same again for the value swing asset. You can see candle 1, 2, so 2 candles into the new quarter, we form the SSMT. So candle 1, candle number 2. This is the value swing asset candle. Again, this one closed bearish as well, so we would use this one here as well, exactly the same as the turtle soup asset, okay? As you can see, price closes below it within the SSMT candle itself before trading back into it ever so slightly and then delivering to the downside, okay? So that is it, guys. That is essentially what a true chain in the state of delivery is. It's a little bit different from your classic chain in the state of delivery, but this one here only involves one candle, so you can get into those moves a lot earlier. And also, if you wait for this, it will save yourself from a lot of unnecessary losses, okay? Because technically, the manipulation is not over until we close below or above the manipulation leg, okay, or candle. So the candle, you guys know that we use SSMT to spot manipulation. So until we get a closure below that manipulation candle, then price is still bullish, okay? If you didn't wait for the chain in the state of delivery, price can easily still continue higher and higher and higher. stopping you out if you entered after the SSMT. However, if you wait for this extra confirmation, enter at the order block and then stop on the high. If price runs above the high, that's fine. You're not going to win every single trade, but that would be the best invalidation stop loss, okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys found this useful. We'll go ahead and jump into one chart example right now, showing you guys how we could utilize the true chain and state of delivery from last week's price action. So I'll see you there. Alright, now we're on the charts. We are looking at NQ and also YM, and we're on the 4-hour time frame, which is of course used to view the monthly cycle, okay? So remember, step number 1 is SSMT, okay? SSMT must occur, which it does indeed occur here, okay? Q2, Q3, YM runs below, Q2's low, and then if we take a look at NQ, you can see Q2's low, never gets ran below, okay? So failure swing right there during Q3 for NQ, and then a turtle soup during Q3 for YM, okay? So remember, that first candle is the only one we care about, not this whole entire price leg, which will be the classic chain in the state of delivery, just the manipulation candle, okay? These aren't manipulation candles, this one is. This is the candle that creates the manipulation, the SSMT, and as you can see, we go ahead and wait for the closure above it, and then we want to mark it out by the open as well, okay? So always mark out the open. You can use the wick, it is personal preference, however, I much prefer the open personally, okay? So as you can see, multiple entries right here during the past week that we've just had. So, you can still use the true chain and state delivery entry, even if it doesn't occur within the same quarter. As you can see in this case, the SSMT occurs within Q3, gets confirmed at the start of Q4, and then, we get a retrace back into the true chain and state delivery multiple times during Q4 as well. And then each of these entries were valid, okay? And also, if we have a PD array overlapping with the true chain and state of delivery, then this makes it a lot higher probability, okay? As you can see, we had a gap overlapping with it, and also if you look a little deeper, you can see towards the end of the week on Friday, the long move that occurred, you can see we traded into the inversion, and also the true chain and the state of delivery candle itself, okay? So this is how you could have used it this week to utilize to catch in the longs. So yeah, as you can see, works perfectly fine on the monthly cycle. Remember, this always has to happen before every single move, okay? There's always going to be a closure above that SSMT candle. So when we can spot that, when we can identify it, this is then when we want to frame our trade ideas. You can of course enter on the same time frame, or for example, if you enter on the 5-minute time frame or the 15, you can still use the 4-hour chain in the state. Once prices, in the key level, this would, for example, be our key level, the true chain in the state of delivery. You'll drop down to your entry time frame, and then wait for an inversion to the upside, a bullish order block, a bullish fair value up to form once price is traded within that 4-hour true chain in the state of delivery, okay? So I hope that you guys found this useful. Definitely check out the concept, go back test it, and you'll definitely see a lot of very, very good things, okay? So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys found this useful, and I will see you guys within the next lecture. Goodbye and take care.